Rav Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information, education, inspiration, guidance, advice. And I want to tell another story of Rav Menachem Mendel of Kosov. Not Menachem Mendel of Kotsk, somebody else. Menachem Mendel of Kosov. This was a disciple of Moshe Leib of Kosov. Well, one day, he's sitting in his study, and the Jew from Kosov came to him. And this Jew was one of the Misnagdim. He was one of the people who were known to be opposed to the Hasidic way of life, enemy of the Hasidim. In those days, it was hotly contested between the Misnagdim and the Hasidim, and it wasn't one big happy family like we are now. So this Misnagid comes into the office, closes the door, and starts telling Rabbi Menachem Mendel that he's marrying off his daughter, and he didn't have the money for her dowry. In those days, you paid a dowry when you married a daughter. And he begged Rabbi Menachem Mendel for advice on how to earn the sum needed to marry his daughter off. How much for the dowry? He didn't know how to come up with the money, so he's begging Rabbi Menachem Mendel. So the Rebbe asks, well, how much do you need? He goes, a few hundred gulden, a lot of money. Rabbi Menachem Mendel nods, opens up some drawers in his desks, empty them out, counts out the money, and gives him several hundred gulden. Gives it to him, not alone, gives it to a gift to the man. And the man gives the money to the man. Soon after, the Tzaddik's brother, Menachem Mendel's brother, hears of what happens. He comes to the house and he takes the Rebbe to task and saying, whenever something was needed in your own house, you said you don't have the money to spare. You don't have the money to spare. And now you gave such a large sum of money to a Misnagid, one of the Misnagdim, the people who hate us, the people who are opposed to us. You gave money to your adversaries, to your enemies. And Menachem Mendel sat at his desk and smiled. And he said, actually, it's funny you should say that, because someone was here before you. And he said basically the same thing, except he expressed himself much better than you did. And the brother says, yeah, who was it? And Rabbi Mendel replied, it was the Satan, the Yetzer Hara. It was the evil inclination. When the Misnagdim came to him and asked for the money, the Yetzer Hara was whispering in Rabbi Menachem Mendel's ear, what, you're going to give money to this guy? You're going to give money to your adversary? Well, he's got to come to you, of all people? You need money. You've got a family, you've got a house, you've got people to support. Him you're giving money to? Someone came before you, his brother, and it was his own Yetzer Hara. It was the Satan. What is miscalled or misunderstood as Satan, the little devil on the shoulder. He was tempted. He was tempted not to give the man anything, to tell him to just take a hike, but he didn't. He overcame the Yetzer Hara, and he gave money to his adversary. He gave money basically to his enemy, so that he could marry a daughter. This is the Ahavas Royal, the doing what's right and what's good. May we all be inspired by Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Kosov to act similarly when that little devil on our shoulder whispers in our ear, don't do that, don't do this, do that. Close our eyes and do what's right and do what's good. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.